Hello and welcome back to the Inter Realms, a Minecraft podcast where we rewind, replay, and recap the adventures of the Inter Realms Community SMP. We're your hosts. I'm SB.
And I am Terry, and in today's episode, we're going to be talking about what we crafted in February 2025. Starting off, right at the beginning of the month, we had a new player join us, Slingin' Sharks. And wow, that's been a blast, hey?
Yes, I'm excited. I'd actually been following her a little bit before she applied. But before her name change even. She'd changed her name a couple months ago.
Yeah, she's been a really great addition and fits in very well with our Chaos crew.
Yes.
We've had a couple of nice streams with her and a few projects, collabs, lots of time spent, but we had a really fun time when she came on at the beginning of the month, and her welcome party was a blast.
Yeah, we got to utilize the minigames.
Yes, we went and showed her around the entire area. If you've not been to a Inter Realms welcome party before, we do a pretty nice tour of the server, and they typically end up in, some sort of fun shenanigan activities, and well, we had plenty of those. We took her all around, we saw a lot of different things, and we spent quite a bit of time in the Halloween district. We played a bunch of the different games. We showed her a lot of the different builds that people had created. And of course, there were lots of shenanigans there, including Diddy being not so kind. Although he's still Canadian.
He was Canadian kind.
Diddy insisted that he smack Sling with his hoe enough times until she was unalived. And the entire time, you can hear him saying, sorry, 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 as he continued to hit her.
That was
until
great.
She finally died. And as you can imagine, that's a lot of times, right? Hoes aren't very powerful in combat.
No, they aren't.
More useful in other projects, not so useful in combat, but it was a good time. We had quite a few people that hung out, and I know we have, some pictures and some fun things where we were all wearing Sling's head. There's a bunch of slings all over the server.
I still have mine.
Yeah, she was not shy to give out her head to whoever wanted one.
Was it the same time we did the cauldron cramming? Or I don't remember exactly when that was, but...
Oh, yeah, I think that was a couple of days later that we were playing with a cauldron.
Because we were in we were doing the villagers because they died, and she was helping with that, I think.
Yes, and there was cauldron in the villager trading hall that we have. And how many people did we try to shove in there?
Well, see, I was just sitting there being bored because you were doing the villagers. And so then Diddy tried jumping on my lap, then Sling tried jumping on my lap, then you. I think it was just the four of us, but I don't think anyone else was on the server to join us.
I think you're right. It took us a long time to get all four of us crammed in that cauldron, and throws me back to trying to fit in a composter.
Yeah. And we didn't even use the trapdoors? We didn't even use those.
That's true. We didn't use them in the same way, although I think the way that we finally got the third and fourth person, we had to have someone jump up on a trapdoor and then kind of fall into it properly.
Yeah, you need altitude to slip in there.
Yeah. It took a lot of grease, a lot of hard work, but we did get 4 people in a cauldron, and I don't know what we have to show for that, but you know what? I'm going to put it on my resume.
Yep. And also Diddy was saying sorry for that too.
He's always sorry.
Stepped on my toes a couple times.
Oh, the Canadian in him comes out very often.
Yeah, it does.
We had a lot of fun times, though. I know as we were, walking around with the welcome party and kind of welcoming Sling onto the server, she started asking about the minigames district.
That was pretty fun. We also, Diddy's Canadian, but he didn't get to play hockey. But just about everything else, but not hockey.
Yeah. We played a whole lot of games, didn't we?
Oh, yeah. Golf, the one we made, was a lot of fun. And we even had... True was there, Cobble was there. Cobble got to play some mini games finally. It's about time.
Mm-hmm.
Otto was there for a bit. Turtle snuck in. It was good times.
Yeah. Eleni was there too, I believe.
Yeah, Eleni was there for Eleni, was he? Eleni and Otter were there for a little bit, like afterwards, because we played golf and they joined us for that.
Yeah.
I think Cobble was there most of the
right.
time. Yeah.
They caught up to us.
Yeah.
very quickly because golf takes a long time when you have,
Not when you're
what do
Eleni.
we have, 8 people?
Uh-huh. Eleni was like killing it.
She was. Do you remember who was the winner of that golf game?
I'm pretty sure it was Eleni because I think her name's on the wall.
Oh, it was, and
She,
she beat Chemist's high score, and she was very excited about
yup,
it.
knocked me right off the
Good,
wall too.
good to see some underdogs coming through and taking space on the scoreboard.
Yeah, it was.
We love to see it. We played a bunch of other games too, right?
Pothead. I was doing something. I didn't get to play the ice boat one that you guys were doing. I don't remember what I was doing at the time.
Yeah, ice boat shootout.
Yeah.
Or something along those lines. I don't know the formal name of these mini games, but there's a lot of fun ones. We showed off the lazy river and the merry-go-round.
The lazy river is so fun.
Yeah, nice, relaxing. We played
not at all like Hothead.
Turtles. Not at all like, oh yeah. The Hothead is not relaxing.
Nope.
That is true. That is panic, and oh man, there's a good clip. When we were trying to fix it, Diddy and I were trying to fix the game because something must have messed it up and the blocks were out of place. And so we were trying to put them back in the right place. And
please somebody
started the game.
Yes.
I think we were waiting for you. I think you might have been off doing something else.
I might have been.
But
I wander from time to time.
Somebody started the game and Diddy was trying to fix it and he was on fire and he was gonna die. And he had all the blocks in his inventory, so he was going to get stuck, and then they were going to burn up because he hadn't taken his stuff off yet. And I managed to escape. He must have managed to escape as well.
That sounds great.
It was a good laugh, though. Definitely enjoyed it. We had to play some hide and seek because Cobble was there.
Yes.
And we had to give the new folks a chance to seek.
And I found the best hiding spot ever because I watched the video that she did showing it off with Jurassic showed it off technically. But that was the best hiding spot ever. I didn't even think about it.
Was that a new hiding spot that she added?
And no, it was just one that nobody had found.
Nice. Yeah, because she had created that in August of last year for the minigames weekend that we did. And then she added more hiding spots. Was that Halloween?
Oh, I forgot about that.
She added more hiding spots, yeah. And I don't think we've really played it too much. I think a couple times here and there.
You don't want to ruin all the surprise.
Got a chance to see some of the new hiding spots, and it's always fun to have the new people being the seekers because they don't know where any of the spots are.
Yep. But we also did Soup of the Day, the one where you eat stuff and get like blindness or whatever, like bad status effects. There we go.
Oh, yeah. So the mysterious, what's it called? Mysterious stew? Bowls of that, everybody gets one. And then whoever gets a negative effect is out. If you don't get a negative effect, then you stay in until the last person. If you're the last person standing, then you win. So a little process of elimination. That one's built by Otter. Easy, simple little game, but lots of fun.
Yeah, it is.
Was that pretty much it for the mini games?
Just about, yeah. But speaking of that, I mentioned True, and True was streaming it.
True was streaming it, which was super exciting because True just started streaming again for the first time in a few years.
And for those that don't know, her name is True Raldo.
Yes, True Raldo on Twitch. And she also makes YouTube videos. So feel free to check those out. Sometimes you'll see her son in them as well, or hear her son in them, which is pretty cool to hear his take on Minecraft and different games. But she started streaming, which was really exciting. And actually, we've had a lot of really cool achievements that happened in the month of February. Jurassic's hit 250 subs on YouTube.
Nice.
We also had our very own SB. You reached 550 subs on
550.
YouTube. That's awesome. That is amazing.
That's great, because I was sitting at like 540 for a month or so.
Yeah.
That little push was great.
Yeah, and I know you've been really pushing some different types of content lately as well. Some little bit longer videos and looking at different games and stuff, right?
Oh yeah, I always play different games, but I'm tinkering how I record stuff too to see like what works and what doesn't.
Yeah, yeah, very cool to see some of your long form videos, and then of course always your shorts are entertaining.
My shorts are the best.
They're not as good as purple shorts. Mayor's
That's
purple shorts.
that's rude. That's also
That's a
fair.
different game.
That might be.
A different game entirely. We won't talk about Stardew on this Minecraft podcast.
I mean, we could.
We also had Cobble, and she did her first stream from the Inter Realms server. Her first
And
live stream.
I'm sad that I had to watch the VOD of that because I slept.
Yeah,
This is why you
yeah,
don't
she's
sleep.
done. Cobble K is new to streaming, but she's been making videos for quite a while, and her videos are incredible. But she's relatively new to streaming, and she's done some creative streams. And you know this, right? You and I have been streamers for a bit. It is a challenge to try to chat with someone in voice chat and also keep up with your chat while you're streaming.
No, see, I don't ever have that problem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I always struggle to keep up with my chat while I'm streaming, and I think Cobble did a really good job. I know she was nervous about, I think she was hanging out with Cayenne at the time in voice chat, and then trying to keep up with her Twitch chat as well. So learning, but really cool to see her on the server and bringing that to her Twitch channel as well.
I may have made a joke. She showed me one of her old shorts, and it's some kind of maze thing, whatever. We were talking about like the best video, the best, most viewed short that we had, and hers was a maze. And I was like, "Is there any chance you have a schematic of that?" And she laughed and said, "No, it's rude."
You did your classic. I want. Give me.
It's called Dibs.
Dibs. Sorry. Classic SB Dibs, and she declined you. Hey.
Yeah, for now.
May's coming soon. TM maybe.
No, it's funny because when she did the Enderman farm and she made the tree, she's like, "I'm not doing trees anymore," except for the fact that I gave her a bunch of materials, and she's like, "What do you want for this?" And I was like, "Well, nothing right now." And she's like, "Okay, I'll start planting a tree."
Yeah, that's funny. And I know she does a lot of, I've seen her do a lot of just, smaller terraforming trees since she said that as well.
The spoiler alert, you need to go look at her base soon because she's done more custom trees than I want.
Yes.
Major dibs.
She's done a lot of really cool stuff. But if y'all are interested and you aren't already following these people on Twitch or subscribe to them on YouTube, please make sure to check our website, which is in the description below, for all of the links to our players' YouTubes, Twitches, and any other important platforms that they may have. These folks work really hard, so we want to make sure to recognize them. And like I said, go drop them a follow. A lot of them are trying to get to affiliate on Twitch. Make sure to check out our socials as well. Instagram, Twitter, or X, and Facebook are really our big ones. So please, if you're not already following, go follow the Inner Realms on all of those different platforms to keep up with what's happening on the server. Different achievements get posted there, and upcoming events, which will be happening soon as well.
Pictures from the server, even I may have updated my pictures on there.
Yeah, lots of really cool stuff. So make sure to check out everything in the description. There is a link to a link tree there that has all of our different links, so you can check out everything as you please.
Well, that being said, though, what's Troch been doing? I want to see his build done.
Yeah, Troch has been so busy, but he did get a chance to do some work on his base this month. So he was working on his industrial area, which was just a big hole. And he kind of decorated the inside of his large hole with all the different farms and storage and portal are all in his industrial area. And he basically continued his portal build upward to build something over the top of it. And it is looking incredible.
Troch isn't going to listen to this, right? I have a prank I need to do at his base.
Ooh, pranks. I may also have a prank.
You want a duo prank Troge?
Duo pranks. I love it.
Heck yeah.
Don't worry, none of this is going to go on the podcast, right?
Right. I'll editor cut this part out.
We do love pranks, though. But yeah, he's been up to some really cool stuff. So I think he's now gotten up to over 300,000 blocks placed on his base.
That's nuts thinking about that, because like I know how many blocks I've placed, and I don't think I'm caught up to that yet.
Yeah, it's a lot of blocks that he has placed, and his area that is Greek and fantasy inspired. Lots of tuff that he's using, the green, the oranges. It just all comes together so well.
It does.
And his new edition is looking really, really good. I just, every time I'm so excited to see what he does more. The next thing that he comes up with. So definitely look out for some more Troge streams, and make sure to check out his builds as well.
Speaking of things you're excited about, I'm really excited about Mika doing dungeons, because I need to raid a dungeon.
Yeah, Mika's dungeon project is coming along really, really nicely. He's been putting a ton of time and work into it. So I know he finished up his end dungeon. So kind of looks like an end city from the little bit that I've seen. And I believe that is on the server. I'm not sure if it's fully finished, but I know that he is pretty close to done with that one. And he had a really funny moment from one of his streams while he was working on that, where he fell into the void.
That's not funny. I've done that.
Luckily, his wings did deploy at the last second, but it was a close call. He broke that last block. And it was so funny, too, because you hear him saying, oh, this is the scary part here, breaks the block underneath his feet, and then his wings didn't deploy.
It could be worse. I did that, and my wings did deploy, but I didn't have rockets, and I lost a full set of netherite armor.
Oh, yeah.
And tools.
Luckily, he did keep his, because, I don't know, he must be better than you or something.
He must be.
But after he finished his end dungeon, he started working on a crystals dungeon. And so he's been working on this one in creative.
I've seen this on a bunch. It's pretty.
I've seen some pictures. It is gorgeous. So it's got 3 different wings to it, from what I understand. One of them is blight, one of them's fire, and one of them's water. So each one of them is like a different theme with a different block palette.
Yeah.
And it's just this big immersive puzzle dungeon that's going to have controlled mobs and hidden wealth all over the place.
I like wealth.
Once that comes to the server, we'll have some good adventuring to do.
I'm streaming it for sure. I'm so in.
Yeah, that is going to be really cool. I know I kind of want to wait until they're all done so that we can, get to do all of them at once, or maybe all of them over a short period of time. But I'm super excited to experience these.
I was specifically not like I was in his stream, but not watching, because I was like, I don't want to, like, I'm streaming this. I don't want to get spoiled or anything. Apparently, he's not done with the layout, or so he's gonna copy them and like do the layout some certain way so that like you can watch it and not know.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I made sure to ask that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really interesting when it's all said and done and when he gets it on the server. But he, like I said, he's been putting a lot of work into this dungeon project, and I'm super excited to see it finished.
But speaking of a lot of work, though, have you been to Jurassic's lately?
Oh my gosh, his oil rig is filled with colors.
I remember we were going over there for some. Oh, we were doing the dragon, spoiler alert, and we went over there, and you were like, "What is all of this?" Because it's just colors everywhere now, like storage crates, shipping containers. That's what it is.
Yes, and most of them are filled with stuff.
Farms.
A lot of farms, and maybe not most of them, or at least not yet.
Not yet.
But I think he's got plans to fill most of the shipping containers with something.
That's a clever way to hide it.
Yeah. He's got his farms in the legs of the oil rigs, And then he'll have, I know he's got storage up in one of the containers. He's got a tree farm, a super smelter. That was something he worked on this month.
He's got a helicopter pad.
Storage,
I remember
helicopter pad. Yeah.
Listen, I flew over it and I see helicopter pad and I'm like, oh, cool. And I believe you said it's honey blocks or something. So you can't take fall damage, right? You can't go wrong. So I hovered over it, put my wings away, fell on it, and missed the corner by that much and dropped all of the resources for the dragon in the water.
Yeah, and then I had to save it.
You're welcome.
I had to save everything. And then while I was trying to save things, what did you do?
I got my spare armor, went back and died again.
Yeah, exactly. Eventually, we did get everything. And the worst part was that you had all the materials for the dragon build, which is a ton of materials.
That was, oh God, what was it? Like 20 some odd shulkers full of materials. 7 hours worth of materials.
Oh,
it's fine. We could have gathered it so quickly. It didn't take us a month to do that.
Guess what? You fell into the water, and then there was drown.
Of course it was.
Trident. That must have been. So, but you see, if you're skilled like me, you can just swim away and fly away, and it's no big deal.
But no, that's because you were short, and he kept throwing over your head.
Sure. Think what you like.
I will.
I'll keep my levels and my lives.
So rude. I mentioned earlier that it was Jurassic showed a spot on Cobble's Heidi Farm thing, and he did a video on it, and that's how I saw it.
Yeah, he had a whole video highlighting Cobble K and her builds.
Just like what was it, start to finish? So like he started at oh God, what is it now? The turtle? It's a turtle.
Yeah,
at spawn.
The starter base.
I haven't been to the spawn base in so long. I need to go back.
Yeah.
It showcases her shop, her ramen shop. It showcases her base, which is how I saw some of the trees. Her base looks amazing.
Okay. Her base is amazing.
I showed my wife the short of that, and my wife's just like, what the heck? It's nuts.
That video is really cool because Cobble is one of our really talented builders on the server, and she works quickly too. She gets a lot of stuff done very, very quickly. So she's come up with several really impressive builds. I know he highlighted her Halloween builds as well, because she helped with the Halloween district. So there's a lot of really cool stuff that she's done, and different community projects as well, right? She's got the Enderman farm. So that was a really cool video that Jurassic's made, really just highlighting all of the cool stuff that Cobble's done on the server.
So I think it was around the time of the Enderman farm. I was asking, like, because she's doing all these builds, like, if you need anything, let me know. And so like she fell in the void, so I gave her extra of the prying obsidian and stuff like that. And so when she was doing the other video where they're doing the Hunger Games build thing, in stream I was like, okay, what do you guys need? Because I'm going to go start gathering it now. Just save me some time later, because that's going to be massive.
Yeah, that's going to be cool.
And going in no particular order, we were talking about Mika's crystals and gathering materials and whatnot. Naku caught me at, I don't know why I was up. Like 6-7 a.m. and I'm awake.
Of course.
No, she asked specifically, she wanted people to go hang out with her, and so I was like, cool, whatever. Like I set an alarm, I woke up, which is rare. I don't set an alarm all the time. We went caving, and originally I was just gonna do a build with her, and she's like, no, we're caving because Mika needs ores.
Yeah,
we got so many ores. I got to keep a couple for you, but
which I greatly appreciate.
I figured.
Naku loves to go caving.
Yes. She
absolutely loves it. Any opportunity that she can. But she doesn't always have a good experience.
No. You ever go into a cave and you just turn around and there's creepers everywhere?
Yeah, that does happen sometimes.
What source it happens, Terry?
Well, that's a good question, SB.
Uh-huh. If only we had a joke right now, Terry.
If only I could just drop a joke. It would be so funny.
Uh-huh.
but alas, I don't have one.
Harry, this setup is blowing up in your face.
It's so
Bazinga.
blowing up in my face.
That's staying in, by the way.
Oh, blowing up in my face like it blew up on her.
There we go.
Boom. I'm sorry. That was horrible. I apologize to everyone for that.
That's still staying in.
Here's what happened. Listen, I had a joke written, tried to set it up too much. It didn't happen.
It blew up in her face.
But it did blow up in my face. Pun intended.
Speaking of puns, since you're going there, guess who's back?
Sir Punnington.
Yup.
He is back. Thomas Thornton is back on the server. He's been away for several months due to some personal stuff, and he's finally back, and he's getting into the swing of things. That's been really cool to have him back.
Yeah, he was already streaming even.
Yeah. Yep. Doing some streams, back to live streaming, back to working on his base, and coming to tell puns to whoever will listen. Because that's what Sir Punnington does best.
Yep.
We're happy to have Thomas back and excited to see what he does.
Yeah, I want to see more of his base.
Yep, I'd like to see. I actually did see on his stream a little bit. I didn't realize this, but he has like a whole underground base.
Interesting.
I don't know where it is. Oh, you know what else I found out he did?
What's this?
Have you seen in the East Tunnel, just past our base, have you seen the floating boat with 2 zombie piglins in it?
No.
There are floating zombie piglins in the nether tunnel. They were sitting down in a boat on the ice path.
I think I remember that.
Apparently they got in Thomas's way too many times. And so he decided to have them float in the air instead.
Nice. I gotta go look at that. That's great.
So now we have some floating friends, but we love friends of all shapes, sizes, and heights. Right, SB?
Don't forget short with me. Also, speaking of short people, since we're comboing this so well, Enzyme.
Wow.
Enzyme's short too, it's fine.
Yes, Enzyme. He has been on the server working on his base, which is super exciting.
I need to see this because what it's inspired by. I haven't read it yet, but I'm excited.
So Enzyme's base is a castle that is mostly made out of blackstone and dark blocks. It's got a bunch of statues and things like that too. I know he's got a statue of himself there.
Oh, I need a statue of me, Terry. Let's get on this.
Yeah, he did a lot of the work in creative leading up to the season, but I think he got a little burnt out on Minecraft and things like that. So he's been back working on his base, working on his castle. And the castle, from what I understand, is inspired by the book series A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing. I don't want to know too much about it because I have only read the first book in the series. So I don't want any spoilers, but I'm super excited to see that. And I think as I read more, find out, where his vision was and then connect it to the book. I think that'll be really cool.
That excites me because mine is growing more and more inspired by the Fourth Wing.
Yep, I love that.
Which I still need to read. I know.
The third one, yep. I'm still making my way through the third one.
But I'm on chapter 7 still.
Yeah, good books. Honestly, I love to see when people's work is inspired by other things, other forms of like fantasy games. I was thinking back to what Diddy did on a different server. His build was based on Genshin Impact.
Nerd.
And Stevel as well, right? His Sonic area.
I love that. I watched the movies because of him.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have only seen the first one, but
I'm not shocked.
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool what people are doing. Taking the whether it's an image or from the book's perspective, right?
Yeah, even their interpretation of something.
Your interpretation. I think that's so cool.
Like that's almost better.
Yeah, it puts your own creativity and spin on it.
Yeah.
as opposed to just trying to recreate a picture.
Yep.
Very, very cool to see that all come together. But we've had a lot of people doing base work.
Have you been doing base work instead of helping SB with leveling
I
a mountain?
have finally been able to do a little bit of my base work. And I'm working on a mushroom village. So all of the houses that are in this village are shaped like or look like or themed like mushrooms. And I got 3 more done. There was already 1 there. I got 3 more done. Done, dusted, polished, placed, not terraformed. But we won't talk about that. And then I got some pathing done, which has been really cool.
You know what you should do? You should see if Cobble can help you put something there.
Yeah. I've still got some ideas of, different pieces that I need to design and build, but I was really happy to get a lot of the kind of creative work done.
Yeah.
And then start to place the schematics where I wanted them to go. I didn't do my base for a long time because I wasn't feeling inspired, but being able to do this piece of it and kind of seeing it come to life, like with the paths and stuff, I'm actually getting really, really excited about it and starting to see the vision come to life.
Wait, so it wasn't because I was doing 47 builds all at once and needed your help?
Well, that may have been part of it.
It might have been.
Because we spent a lot of time working on and preparing for the dragon build.
That dragon is so huge.
We finally did in February.
Listen, that was, what was that, like 7 streams of leveling a mountain plus like a couple off stream. Like I spent like 12 hours off stream at least.
Yeah. We did a lot of work prepping for that dragon. And then we attempted to build it all in one stream.
Well, hold on a second. You attempted to help me build it on. I did not go to bed until it was done.
That's true. Your 7-hour stream?
Yup.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wasn't able to stay for the whole thing because I started at
you were getting delirious.
7 p.m. on a work night, on a weeknight. So unfortunately didn't get to stay and see the final finished product. But yeah, we cranked that out pretty fast.
We might need to go light that up still, by the way.
That is true. It is a big
mob farm. Yep.
A big mob farm. But it's there. It's got a little base. It just needs some terraforming now. Some lighting.
I'm gonna shape the base a little more. I need a lot of blackstone. I've used so much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shape the base a little more, and then I'm going to. He needs a little dragon horde, gold and whatnot.
Some eggs and stuff too, maybe in the hole.
That would be so. If we could fight the dragon and get more of those eggs, I would steal those in a heartbeat. Designing them creative, I'm not sure how to do, but maybe.
I bet you could ask a friend. Phone a friend.
I don't have Cobble's number.
Phone a friend. We need help designing eggs. If anybody has any submissions, please feel free to reach out to SB.
I will call dibs.
But yeah, there's some really cool stuff with the dragon. And you said you've been using a lot of blackstone because you did another big build, didn't you?
I've done a couple. So I'm moving. Where my portal is now is going to be underwater. That's still the plan. Depending on what Diddy does with the portal, because it's now his, because I moved my portal. I have a huge dragon head, because I like dragons, apparently.
You sure do.
I'll add a blackstone, because why not?
Yeah, that one's really cool.
The Jurassics, if you're listening, that shipment was great, but I need more.
Need more blackstone, yeah. And we got to make sure the gold bartering farm is working properly so that we can give you all the blackstone you need.
And gold. I'm gonna need gold. What else did I do? I did the tree stripper and
mud.
Concrete. Yes, the concrete maker tree stripper. Yes, but before that I did a mud farm. So that just semi-automatic. Like I had to sit there and do it, but it spits mud or dirt into my inventory and it auto waters it, so that's great.
Yeah, that's nice. That'll be really helpful.
And spoiler alert, I did another one, but that's not till March, so come back next month.
You've been busy.
I've got 7 more. Dude, have you seen the schematic thing? I had to take schematics out of there to find them. That's how many schematics I have.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You guys did this to me.
You know how I know you've been really busy and doing a really good job is Cobble in her recent video praised the heck out of you.
That was great for my ego. Cobble, do it again.
Because what? You gave her armor, you built the dragon that she designed.
So, okay, so for context, for Christmas, I gave her a set of netherite armor because she's never going to make it because she doesn't do combat. I'm going to fix that. So I gave her armor, and she pulled an SB, even though she did it first, and fell into the void and lost it all.
Mm-hmm.
So then we went netherite mining, spoiler alert, and I got more, and I found her while she was AFK, because she was AFKing for like the whole day, and I was just like, okay, come over here, come over here. No, you're just sitting there. So I just went and threw it at her. Like, here, have more armor.
That's awesome. I know she appreciated it.
And because she's doing more science stuff, I changed, because I handpicked, it was trimmed, the color was perfect, everything. And so this time I made it different to go fit her theme better. So it all works out.
Nice. Well, speaking of her theme and her base, you want to tell us a little bit about what she accomplished on her base?
It's amazing. She put it's like science, like alchemy science themed. And so she's got first off, it's floating in midair. We'll just get that out of the way.
The big island, yes. A big island floating in midair.
Ripped out. And so there's a bridge where it used to be, and then it's like in midair where it still is. Like it literally just ripped out of the ground. Mm-hmm. But it's got what is that? A telescope. Like a huge telescope around it. I think she has to do interior still, which I'm curious to see how she does interior with. But it's massive and it's amazing.
I mentioned before how Hubble gets a lot of stuff done, and I thought it was so funny in the recent video that she posted on YouTube. She talked about how she was going to try to take it slow and work on some terraforming for the base, and then, you know, maybe in the next one get to building. And she said, you know what? I've got all the materials. I'm just going to get it done. And naturally, she banged it all out real fast.
I told her if there's something you need, because she is doing like everything for the server. Like if there's a material you need, I don't work. I sit here and play Minecraft all the time. I'll gladly go spend 6 hours and get you whatever you need. And so, with that in mind, Terry, what else is she doing? Because she's not sitting still.
She's never sitting still. She's also been working with Otter.
Otter's back.
Yes, Otter is back. She was gone for a little while she was moving, so we're happy to have her back now. But she came back towards the end of the month, and her and Cobble were working on designing a mini game.
See, when I saw this, I thought immediately Hunger Games, but I've always wanted to play Hunger Games in Minecraft. I want it. And apparently it's more capture the flag, which is giving me, have you read Percy Jackson?
No.
It's Tro should love it. It's Roman, Greek inspired sort of thing, but their war game is capture the flag, and it's sort of, you're not killing anybody, but it's Hunger Games esque.
Yeah,
it's I get the feeling that's what this is going to be, and
yeah, this is going to be huge too. So it's a big circle, if I remember. I only saw little bits and pieces of it, but it's a big circle.
It's a big old circle.
The diameter is 301 blocks, which is huge. Give you a sense of the scale here. And then it's split up into 4 sections, I believe. Yes. And each of them is going to be its own custom biome. Yep. So they have Fairy Forest, Pirates Cove, Alien Planet, and a Western Town.
Yes.
Troj will love the Western Town. Maybe they'll, as a nod to a previous season, maybe they'll name it Westwood.
Hey.
Westwood? Yeah, that was it. Wait,
Westwood's a TV
Wildwood.
Show. Wildwood.
There we go.
Look, I said it didn't sound right. There's no way you got a Westwood reference out of that, Terry.
Troj made Wildwood, I believe it was called, which was a Western city area. In, I think it was World 2 and 3. I believe they brought it over to 3 as well. This was before my time, so I could be wrong on the history here. Please let me know.
You said Wildwood.
Yes, Wildwood.
I'm calling in a favor.
I think that could be pretty cool. If not, either way, this mini game is going to be super cool. And I'm really excited because I think we have a couple of people that are actually designing new mini games to add to the mini game district for an upcoming live stream weekend.
I'm so excited for that. Like, that's the one I was saying, like, they started designing it and I'm like, cool, what are the blocks you're gonna, and I've got a list.
Yeah.
So just in case, because I can start doing it, because they're planning on doing it by April.
Yeah, definitely. Everybody keep an eye out on our social media and in Discord for announcements related to the live stream weekend.
Yes.
It will be in April. So keep an eye out for that. And we're going to be doing more mini games. So like I mentioned, we've got a couple of people that are taking advantage of that, creating some new mini games. I don't know, maybe you and I should try to create one.
I have to be creative again. Oh, actually, you know what?
Again, I know.
Hold on. I cleaned my room and I found books, and one of them is books on mini games and such. So that might actually be kind of fun.
Ooh, yeah, that could be cool. I know one really cool thing that we have, we had a couple of players asking about a map art district. So we now have a map art area. And one of the really cool things that Sling is doing with that is creating Scrabble pieces. So the different
letter tiles.
Letter tiles from the map art area. And then I believe she's going to create Scrabble and bring it into the minigames area.
I'm excited for that too, because I actually am really good with words.
That'll be super cool. I think that it's really cool when we bring existing games into Minecraft. So Pac-Man and Bomberman and
Next 4. Oh, Bomberman was so much fun. We need that one back.
Yeah, there's been a few over our couple of worlds that have been like this, but I think Scrabble will be super cool too.
Who was it that did Bomberman? Was it Jurassics? Get back on that.
Yep, I do believe it was Jurassics.
Jurassics, please. I love you, please.
More arcade games, please. Thank you.
Just Bomberman. Bomberman was so, oh my god, that was so much fun.
Yeah, that is a fun one. Absolutely.
Oh, I was gonna say, with Sling doing the map art area and such, I almost felt bad that I killed her.
Yeah, you killed her
when she was your 10 minutes. I laughed so hard. I showed my wife, and my wife laughed. She's like, "That's rude."
I don't think she was as giggly about it as you were.
I was. It wasn't even on purpose. I'm so sorry.
To give y'all some context here, we had, as we mentioned earlier, that we went netherite mining.
We needed to again, by the way.
We went boom, boom. It was myself, an SB, Sling, and Diddy. And we decided to do a little competition to see who could get the most ancient debris in an hour.
Yep. And I thought Sling was a sure thing. I gave you Diddy.
Yeah, I know. You thought that we were the underdogs, but that wasn't the case. We kicked your butts.
Listen,
and I'm not going to let you blame it on you killing Sling.
No, hold on,
we won fair and square by a lot.
To be fair, for once in my life, I was playing the long game and we didn't run out of TNT.
That's true. We did run out of TNT a lot faster. We blew up much more space than you. Because we did it once. We came back.
And then
we found out that we had wiped the floor with your faces.
And then we split our half again.
And then we decided to go a second time. And that was when we realized the different strategies we had, right? So Diddy and I blew things up, flew through, tried to find stuff, and
we were going
just
slow.
Whatever was visible, right? You guys went through and covered up every lava source and tried to make sure that you were getting every single piece. And I think that's where your downfall was.
No, I think the downfall was not when I set a row of TNT off, but I like blowing things up. It's great. It's fun. I know, shocking. You
sound like Minor Thoughts.
A little bit. I'm jealous of him, actually. But I may have trick shotted this just right and launched one of the TNTs right into Sling's face and blew her up.
That was pretty funny. She did not see that coming.
Oh, that was great. I didn't even mean to, but that's the best thing in my life I've ever seen. I'm never
you as a partner. Choosing you as a partner really blew up in her face.
Listen, you know this best. You always have to have a totem in your hand. How many totems have you ran through that was just me smacking you?
Far too many to count. That is for sure. But that's about it. That's, I think, pretty much everything that happened in February. I mean, it was a short month, but we still got up to a lot. And, I'm really happy to see, like I said, the base progress of so many people and all of the shenanigans
I think next month's gonna be a really good one for base progress because I'm getting momentum.
Yes. A lot of people almost a year into the server are really getting into their bases. But I think that's one of the really cool things about this server is that it is, long term and we've got time to work on really big projects, which is why Troj can, build a 300,000 block base and still have a lot more to go with no worries.
Are you excited for what my castle is gonna be next season? Next world?
Ooh, it's gonna be bigger and better, hey?
It's the one I'm looking at. I still have to I'm gonna make it more my own, so it's gonna be a long project. It is at least 5 times the size of my castle right now.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited.
Big goals, big aspirations, and I can't wait to see them. And with that,
Are you gonna sing for us?
am I gonna sing? I don't know if I should sing today. Thank you all for coming. We're really happy to have you. Thanks for listening to our podcast. See you next time. Bye, Sim.
That'll do.
This has been a production of the Inter Realms Podcast Network. For more information, go to podcast.interrealmssmp.com. You can see the full link in the description of this episode. Thank you for listening.